I used to think that working for Wizards of the Coast would be the best job in the world. You get to play, make, and talk about Magic all day. But then the other shoe drops. Think about the days following the Modern Pro Tour, the return of the Modern Pro Tour, the best format, the most popular format in all of Magic right now. And all we can do as a community is bitch and whine about how Ensnaring Bridge needs to be banned because Land Control won one Pro Tour. Guys, it took like 5 for Splinter to get the ban, for Birthing Pod to get the ban. Calm down. And today, and days like today, Dominaria has been leaked in some weird kind of Google translated fashion. A Chinese website leaked the FAQ and the release notes. It's out online. We're not going to look at it today, but it just seems so perfectly ironic that today, where I'm going to rant and rave about things I've been having in Magic recently, that today, I just decided today to be the day to lay on more ripping on Magic and Wizards of the Coast, but it's fine. We're not going to talk about Dominaria until it's official, and we get something from Wizards, sure, then we'll talk about it. But today is not the day. There are props to be given to Magic today. There are also, what's the opposite of a prop? A diss? Sure, whatever. This is a diss track now. All right. So check it out, guys. Lots of things have been happening in Magic recently. I've been kind of silent about them, doing my other things, laying low, kind of keeping my ear to the ground. But enough is enough. My silence is broken today. I have returned. Here's to me, and here's to you. First up, what is the one thing that sucks about playing Magic? The cost, obviously, the cost, and sometimes the sets suck. But the cost, it's such a prohibitive point of entry that you can't just go down to the local game shop and say, hey, Mr. Game Store owner, I would like to play Magic the Gathering. You have a Friday night tournament coming up. I want to play in that. What do I need? And what will they tell you? We have this Planeswalker deck with a purposefully bad Planeswalker in it that you can play. You won't win a single game more than likely, but you can do that. Or you can buy a booster box. Here's a $100 investment right here that will open probably $50 worth of value. Who knows? Or I can give you a deck list that you might not like if you haven't played Magic in a few years. And you can buy the singles and spend upwards of like $200 to $300. And don't even look at Modern. You're stupid, kid. Don't look at Modern. That's a $1,000 plus investment right there. My point being, there is no good opportunity to get into Magic in a cheap way. Until now. And behold, Wizards of the Coast did something intelligent. And why can't I get the box to turn on? There it goes. There we go. Challenger decks. We heard about these a couple months ago, but now we have been shown the promised land. 4 decks. $29.99 for a complete 75 card deck. Sideboard, main board. And if we look at these archetypes here, Hazoret Aggro, Vehicle Rush, Second Sun Control, Counter Surge, these sound like actual deck archetypes because that's what they are. That creative play group, or whatever that new group within Wizards is called, this is what they've been doing, and God, they knocked this one out of the park. Within the Hazoret Red Aggro deck, copies of Hazoret, Chandra Torch of Defiance, 4 copies of Heart of Kiran and Vehicle Rush. Approach the Second Sun is in the blue-white deck. You have things like Winding Constrictor in the Counter Surge deck. They actually gave you a box and said, hey kid, take this, pay this $30 investment, and go play an F&M this weekend. And then buy some boosters, win some packs, add to the deck. But here is your entry point. Wizards, this is what you have been missing for so long. Intro packs, trash. Planeswalker decks, trash. Clash packs, trash. Deck builders toolkits, trash, 100 times over. My first competitive experience for Magic the Gathering, really competitive, was a mono-red Kuldotha aggro event deck. And this is essentially what these things are. You know, just packed to the gills with rares and mythics and value twice, 3 times over in some cases of what the MSRP is here. The people out there complaining that their collections are losing value because of these, shut up. You want standard players coming into your stores. You want new blood in Magic. Shut up. This is how we do it. I hope these continue. The only downside is that these cards are relatively close to being rotated out because of Dominaria coming out in a couple of weeks. But for the time that you have them, take them, play with them. Get new standard players into your format. And there's enough cards in some of these decks that translate into Modern. Chandra, Hazoret show up in Modern. Heart of Kiran and some weird fairy decks. These are great things, and I hope we get to see more of them, and sooner than this late in the rotation cycle. Major props to Wizards. Absolutely fantastic. But that is not the biggest prop I can give today, because the biggest prop I have to give them happened a couple weeks ago. Everybody blew up about it. The Morbin Tabernacle Choir walked out onto the stage and sang hallelujah because Jace the Mind Sculptor and Bloodbraid Elf have been released upon us unto Modern. Bloodbraid Elf, a triumphant return. Jace, a dramatic entrance. A moment. It's a happy day. It is truly a happy day. There was, before I went on my hiatus, I've been working on a video talking about the Modern ban list that unfortunately was never finished due to some technical errors. And in it, I talked about both of these cards. I talked about the entire ban list. But I talked about these two cards in particular, saying that, yes, I think they are completely safe to unban. Yes, cascading into a Liliana of the Veil or a Kolaghan's Command might feel like the sickest shit ever. And granted, it is. Bloodbraid Elf is amazing. I've now played with Jace the Mind Sculptor in Modern. I played it alongside his new best friend in the whole freaking world, Gideon of the Trials. That's a good feeling. Brainstorming, an amazing feeling. It's a great time to be playing Modern, guys. Neither card has destroyed the format, but they are opening up all kinds of avenues for deck building. Different kinds of Naya Zoo decks, Jund decks, red-green Ponza decks, blue-white control decks, bank control decks. Guillaume Matignon, his crazy Time War Explore deck from the Mox this weekend, playing Jace the Mind Sculptor 2. I don't know what he was thinking when he jumbled these cards together in his deck, but hey, he's in the Mox and I'm not, so he must be doing something right that I am not doing right, mostly being a Magic professional. But this is amazing. And I hope we get to continue playing with these cards, because everyone was freaking out. Oh, Jace is too powerful for Modern. No, it's a 4-mana sorcery play that into a cluttered board is a death sentence. Into open mana from your Storm opponent is a death sentence. Great, Jace. You want to brainstorm? Cool. Now, here, Gifts Ungiven, Past in Flames, Game 2, Game 3. No problem. Jace is fine. Bloodbraid Elf is fine. And that leads me to my biggest gripe. My biggest raving for tonight. Masters 25. We've known this is coming. This box art has been shown for a while. We knew Azusa, we knew Jace was coming, and that led to all kind of speculations before Jace was officially unbanned just a few short weeks ago. We thought this would be the point where it was going to happen. And now that the entire set was spoiled, I've been planning on getting out boxes because I was super hyped, but the more I looked at it, the more I looked at the spoilers, the more I looked at the card values, and looked at my own rationale for buying a box of Masters 25, I realized just how stupid an idea that was, because this is the absolute worst Masters set we have seen so far, and it's not even close. They've said that, yes, we're shifting away from format master sets. We're not doing modern masters anymore. We're not doing eternal masters, kind of catering towards the old school legacy and vintage crowds. We're doing more thematic masters. And I have long held that that is the correct path to take. If we roll back the clocks to original modern masters, they did it up from Lorwyn to, I'm blanking of Alara. Alara block was the cutoff point for the first modern masters, and that was perfect. But I saw the writing on the wall even before the pen was taken out. Eventually, they would get to a point in Magic where there are no longer cards being printed yearly that demand a high price tag, like Tarmogoyf, Dark Confidant, Liliana of the Veil, Karn, things like that. Just there are no more cards being printed like that, and if they continue to move forward in time, forward into Magic's printing history and future, they were going to run out of cards and no longer be able to justify the massive $10 price per pack. The original Modern Masters, $7. That was perfect. And you open Tormagoyf, it's a happy day. But I saw the writing, like I said. Eventually there's a point where they can no longer keep going back and just do the 15th reprint of Tarmogoyf, and then it's a $4 card. Granted, that's great for Modern, great for Legacy, great for Vintage, but it kind of loses its luster after a while. You don't want to open, oh look, another Tarmogoyf. Big freaking deal. There's no point. So for them to shift to this thematic Masters is a brilliant idea. In theory, in concept. And let's just say that their first attempt at this is a massive failure. So they want to capture the feel. It's the 20th anniversary of Magic. We already saw what they did for the 20th anniversary. We got from the Vault 20, which, great, sure, whatever. But Masters 25, when you think of Masters cards from all 25 years of Magic, you think about the great stuff. Birds of Paradise, Lightning Bolts, Counterspell, Giant Growth, Dark Ritual. Things I'm naming are in this set. Birds of Paradise is not in this set, for who the hell knows why. Things that are in this set, though. Tree of Redemption, which is supposed to be the iconic Hallmark card from Innistrad. Name a deck that was playing that back in Standard when that was the format du jour. I'll wait. Yeah, you didn't name one, did you? Snapcaster Mage, Liliana of the Veil, Geist of Saint Trapped, Delver of freaking Secrets. Maybe, I don't know how you make that work in Limited, but sure, it worked back then. Why not now? They have punted colossally this Masters 25 set, and I'm so irritated at that. Yes, there are tons of great value cards in here. Jace the Mind Sculptor, Phyrexian Obliterator, Chalice of the Void, Ensnaring Bridge. Then there's things like Imperial Recruiter, which carries a $300 price tag depending on the copy, not because it's rare, only because it is in low supply. I think Wizards has really gotten things crossed in what actually determines the rarity and the worth and the value of a card. Granted, they are kind of just saying, screw the secondary market with these and also the challenger decks, but they seem to be so missing the point here. Imperial Recruiter is a $300 card because it's been printed one freaking time. But how many people out there do you need, Mr. YouTube viewer, Mrs. YouTube viewer, do you need Imperial Recruiters for your deck? Do you play Painter in Legacy? You can't anymore because Brainstorm's banned, or Top's been banned. Do you play it in Allura? No, you play Recruiter the Guard now because it's just better. Do you need Imperial Recruiter? Since it was revealed, it's already dropped from its $200 price tag down to about $60, and it will continue to plummet. Jace, because it's new and modern, of course it's going to hold a price tag of about $130. Of course it will. Because people want to play with these cards. Yes, we see things like Simian Spirit Guide, things like Ancient Stirrings, cards that see play in the modern format because we need them to be reprinted because they've only been printed one time. The land cycle of this set, the filter lands, 2 of those get played. Twilight Mire and Cascade Bluffs. The other 3, name the other 3. I can't. I couldn't do that. Rugged Prairie, Wooded Bastion, I forget what's even the other one in this set? I don't even know. But nobody plays these. They're expensive because they're printed one time. Back in Shadow or Lorwyn or Shadowmoor, whichever block that was. One time. Cards are not worth the dollar you put on them unless there is a demand. This set will be opened in mass. Much like Iconic Masters is being released into big box stores, which is a problem unto itself. And the market will flood with Masters 25 cards. Granted, watermarks, super cool. That's how you get me to pay attention. You do something cool with the set, but that's beyond the point. If you're just giving us cards that are expensive because they're rare and they've been printed one time, you're not creating a good set. I can't speak to the limited environment. I am going to be drafting this set quite a bit. I am excited to do that because there's a lot of cool cards in this set and it looks like a fun draft environment. But financially, how dare you, Wizards, charge me $200 a box, $10 a pack, when my return on my investment is probably less than 10%. Modern Masters 2015 was around that number. Horrible, 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 horrible. Shame on Wizards of the Coast. Am I being negative about this? Absolutely. Because I know that we as Magic players deserve better than this. Not Tree of Retribution or Redemption. Where the hell that thing's called? Huntmaster of the Fells. Where's that card in this set? Where's Dark Confidant? You know, where are the iconic cards of the past 25 years of Magic? They're just not here. Biden of Thassa, Blue Sun Zenith. What the hell? What the hell are they doing? Like I said, as a first step up to the plate for thematic master sets, absolute failure. I don't know where they go from here. I don't know if Wizards are paying attention to the past 25 years of their game. They should have just go back and look at all the great decks and pull the cards out of that. Toss the filler around that, build the draft format. Yes, it's going to be complicated, but you've been making this game for 25 damn years and you're doing a pretty good job of it so far. I bet you could have done this better. And I'm going to leave it right there. Again, a moment. Desperate Ravings. These are fun. I'm going to keep doing these. I might throw some deck decks out here, more op-ed pieces. I wish I could guarantee more weekly content, but work and life being kind of the thing that it always tends to be restricts my schedule just a little bit. So I do want to say thank you very much to everybody who has continued to watch videos. I still see traffic over on MTG Cast. I still see traffic over on the Facebook page. So thank you very much. Thank you so much. I do promise to come back with more of these as often as I can. I can make you that promise. And I do hope that we can have some discussion here. I'm thinking about doing an argument video. You know, give me unpopular Magic opinions and I'll argue them back and forth with you guys. That might be fun. So start throwing me your ideas, guys. I'm open to all kinds of ideas because Magic is a wonderful, wonderful game that is handled incredibly well sometimes. See Challenger decks. This is how you get Alex to play Standard again. This is how you do that. But let me know what you guys want to see in the future. I'm excited to do more of this. I'm back. Again, here is to you. Here is to me. Here is to Magic. And me hopefully opening enough value out of my Masters 25 drafts to justify the price tag. So until next time, guys, these have been my Desperate Ravings. And I'll see y'all soon.